Oh, an apple sandwich, thank you.
Today's adventure, walking to Target. No joke, every single time he wants to play with the bouncy ball. Woo, look Hen, are these my pants?
Yeah.
These look like my pants.
Wow.
For reference, these are H&M, right?
Yeah.
And this is Target.
It's called a trend.
A trend? Oh.
It's
It's called theft. When I was falling asleep last night, I had an idea for today's vlog. And I can't remember how it was. It's gonna be something like behind the scenes or how to daily vlog. And there's a reason for that, because tonight I am going to a YouTuber workshop here in Pittsburgh. My friend Aaron Watson is hosting it. Pittsburgh's not obviously a big YouTube community like New York or LA. I think the most famous YouTuber is probably Pittsburgh Dad. There's gonna be a couple big YouTubers there speaking tonight, giving advice. And I thought, well, that's kind of a good opportunity to show the process of doing this daily vlog with a newborn and a toddler, with a family. Now, as you can imagine, as a daily vlogger, I don't have a lot of time to plan out my vlogs. I'm shooting and then editing and then jumping right into the next day without really giving a ton of thought as to what the final product will be. So because of that, I have to rely on a set shots to get what I need. Obviously, the first you've interacted with it many times, it's kind of the easiest thing to do, which is I like to call the talking head, which is this. Me sitting at my desk in front of the bay window with the beautiful light. I tend to try to...
Bay window.
What is this called?
A window. A bay window like goes out.
I'm being informed that this is not a bay window. It's a big window facing outside. I love sitting here because it makes me look a lot better than I actually look. This is the easiest shot for me to set up. If I wanted to, I can just set this camera up, talk for 10 minutes, edit it down to about 6 minutes, export that and be done. But obviously I like to add in a little bit more flair. For example, this establishing shot. So this is something I don't use very often. It's something taken from a distance. It requires me to set up the camera and then enter into the scene. To me, it feels a little contrived because I do have to set it up and kind of stage in a way what's going on. And dealing with a toddler, it can be very unexpected as to where he goes and what he does. So I don't rely on this very often. However, it's good to sprinkle in here and there. Now this next shot you're probably more accustomed to. It's the one where I'm just behind the camera and pointing it randomly at my family. There's different variations like this one, or even slowing it down so I get a more dramatic cinematic feel here with a montage. And of course there's the typical vlogging shot where I'm kind of just holding the camera and I place myself in the scene. It is very awkward to do. If I'm holding Milo, it's hard for me to do because I have one hand holding the camera, the other Milo, and then I can't really interact with anything else around me. The other thing to really consider as a daily vlogger who has just a couple of hours every night to edit, one of the things I don't like spending too much time on is color correcting my footage. What I've done to kind of do one clean sweep color correction at the end is everywhere in our house you have the same light bulbs. This one, the light bulbs in here, that's not on, nor is that one over there. All the light bulbs are very bright white light. But what this allows me to do is it gives our apartment a consistent color, which means that when I am editing at the end, I don't have to go through each, you know, like, oh, we were in the kitchen or the living room, I gotta change the lighting and change the color correction. I just do a very simple color correction. Like, hold on, here's what I look like normally, and then here it is with color correction. Very subtle, but it just gives it a little bit more crispness and it just looks a little bit neater and more polished. And because we have consistent lighting throughout the apartment, that helps with that process. All right, last little bit of the behind the scenes here before I have to jump ahead to this YouTuber event. The hardest part about daily vlogging is creating a story. Daily adventures, they're random. If you're trying to live a pre-planned life, A, that's impossible, and B, life is very unpredictable. So you have to create, you have to take little bits and you have to find what's the story, what is something interesting I can share out of that each and every day that can inspire you, entertain you, move you, have some kind of impact versus just, here's a video of what I did today. That is the hardest part about daily vlogging, and that's why I got into this, because I want to be a better storyteller. I want to be able to tell stories and pull from the randomness and find lessons and learn along the way. Whew. Okay, now that I got that out there, I think that's kind of what I had in mind when I was falling asleep, and I was like, oh, that's a great idea, and then I fell asleep. And then I woke up an hour later to change Milo's diaper, and then I think somewhere in all that, I lost the great idea. Let's jump ahead to the YouTuber event. Okay, the last event I was at that was hosted by Aaron was an Instagram workshop. It's in Alloy 26, and I got really lost. I think it's this way. Let's go find out if I'm right. You wanna get on the vlog and say hi?
We're here.
We're here.
Live. All of Pittsburgh's YouTubers.
All of Pittsburgh's YouTubers are here.
In the skin, in the flesh.
Can you see? Looks like that.
What? Hey, that's us.
What? You can look up. You can't look any further down. This one only has one
That is
lens.
so cool. Hello, Miss Hannah. How are you doing?
Good, how are you?
Hi, nice to meet you, Declan. Nice to meet you. I'm getting you guys on my vlog, by the way, which will be up like tomorrow, so. So that was 3D printed, right?
Yeah.
Just 3D printed. That thing's so cool. That was great. I learned a ton, met a ton of great people. You saw Josh there, he's from Spare Change. Caitlin, she does a bunch of stuff around Pittsburgh. There's a lot of Pittsburgh creators there. So to all of you that I've met and got to chat with or didn't get a chance to, thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you so much for coming along this adventure. I have learned a lot. I need to digest it all. I hope you learned a little bit about kind of behind the scenes, the process that I do here. Obviously, I do it every single day, so I'm tweaking and learning along the way. If you have any feedback, anything critical, constructive, even good feedback, feel free to leave it in the comments below. It truly helps me. It truly helps me to learn and get better. So don't forget to make today an adventure. We'll see you again tomorrow morning. Bye-bye. Rain, rain, go right there and get him all wet.
I did that way, go that way.
Go that way?
Way, go that, Daddy. Way, Daddy. All wet.
No, get Henry all wet. No, get Henry all wet.
Happy